up, aliens? It's Big Al. Welcome to another Dumb Sports vlog. I'm back, baby. I did some vlogs. Easier for me to type out at work. I've been really busy with work, the baby, a lot of stuff going on. I'm vlogging tonight. I'm recording my big white face, big dark beard. We're on camera again. Looking good, feeling good, playing not so great. Whatever that means. I got a flag football game next Thursday for Thanksgiving, so pretty excited. NBA draft is going on right now. Does anyone give a shit? Does anyone care about the NBA draft? I think the teams that are good in the NBA don't care about the NBA draft. Like, honestly, the Bucks just unloaded like 5 first-round picks for Drew Holiday, which is like baffling to me. Either they assume they're going to be the 32nd pick every year and winning the draft, or winning the championships, or they just honestly couldn't give a shit about the draft. They're just going to go free agents the rest of time. The Lakers, I don't think, had a first-round pick. The Rockets, like all these teams that are like good didn't have first-round picks, and it's wild to me because we're so used to a first-round pick in the NFL is so valuable. Like even 1 through 32, all of them. Clyde Edwards-Helaire went 32 to the Chiefs last year, and he's a stud. First-round picks are super valuable in the NFL. First-round picks in baseball are super valuable because only a couple people are going to make your team. The rest are just going to be minor league players for 5 years and retire from baseball. The NBA draft just seems pointless. Like after the first 4 or 5 picks, like I stopped recognizing people. Like totally. I don't pay a lot of attention to college basketball, but I just 0 people recognized. It was insane. Anyway, that's my basketball talk. Basketball's been over for a month. Baseball, no one needs to talk about anything about baseball since the Dodgers won. Let's get to football, baby. Dun 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 dun. Week 10. The Steelers decimated the Bengals. The Steelers just ripped them apart. The Steelers came out and I was kind of like, what is going on? It was super windy and they were throwing the ball. Like the whole first 3 drives, they were trying to throw the ball and it wasn't working. I'm like, this is not going to go well. Here's another prime example of us playing down to our opponents, playing down to our competition, and we're going to freaking win a close game against a shitty team. But we pulled it out. Dominated. It was 36-10, I think. 26-point win over a bad team. I'll take it. A lot of teams got Steelers in their power rankings number 1. I don't know. The Chiefs are so good, man. I think I put the Chiefs over the Steelers still. I think if we win every game, we're for sure like the best team in the league. But if we beat the Ravens on Thanksgiving next week and we beat, I don't know, the Bills at home in Buffalo, I'd give us like the for sure number 1 nod. Because the Chiefs are kind of suspect. They're playing close games. Steelers, man. 9-0 for the first time in franchise history. Jaguars on Sunday to go 10-0. The Jaguars always play us well, which worries me. Even a couple years ago, we barely beat them. But they still had Jalen Ramsey and all their players. Now they just have no one. But, I mean, that's a team that always plays us well. It's really weird. There's teams we, like, dominate and destroy, like the Colts. And then there's teams that we just get murked by. And that's the Jaguars. So, fingers crossed for Sunday. Next game, we got Browns sneaking past the Titans. Nick Chubb. I didn't have him. I left him on IR in one of my fantasy leagues, so it didn't really affect me. But he did what Todd Gurley could not do just a few weeks ago. Todd Gurley could not stay out of the end zone. Matt Ryan told him before the play to stay out of the end zone. Nick Chubb, why did he run out of bounds, though? Like, that's so weird to me that he just ran out at the 1. Because running out of bounds stops the clock. Like, if you really wanted to just kill clock, I mean, why didn't you slide or fall down at, like, the 5-yard line? This dude ran all the way to the 1, got every single stat he could without getting a touchdown, and then just stepped out of bounds, stopping the clock. I was like, that's so random. I mean, they won the game. It's a smart decision. As a fan, you want to see your team put up 100 points a game, but that's secure to win. And that's a good Texans team that the Browns beat. So securing wins is important. The Browns 6-3. Not bad. Not bad. Look out for the Browns. We got them week 17 in Cleveland. Who knows how that game's going to go. If the Steelers even put their whole team out there. Depending on what the 1 seed looks like and what all that looks like with the Chiefs. We'll see. Buccaneers beat the Panthers. I don't know what to think of the Buccaneers. They come out and get slaughtered by the Saints twice this season. lose to the Bears. I think they're 6-3, and they smacked the shit out of the Panthers, who are good. The Panthers are a decent team. They're playing better. I don't know what to think about the Panthers. I don't know what to think about the Buccaneers. Now you got a whole other Antonio Brown situation. These keep popping up, and it kills me every time. Antonio Brown over here throwing his bike at a security guard at his housing complex in Florida because he wouldn't let in Antonio Brown's guest without a guest pass. So that made me wonder if it was Tiana Trump showing up to his house to, you know, that music video that they put on OnlyFans, where they said it wasn't Antonio Brown, but it was in Antonio Brown's gym that he always posts on Instagram. Tiana Trump couldn't get in. Antonio Brown gets mad, getting a little blue bally a little bit, throws a bike at a security guard. Let's see if he gets suspended again. If he gets suspended again, the Buccaneers might just drop him straight up. Can't blame him. Raiders beat the hell out of the Broncos. The Raiders, man, they're like the Browns. The Browns and the Raiders are on the same level right now. 6-3, looking good. They're surprising people. They're beating. Well, the Browns aren't really beating anyone good, but the Raiders beat the Chiefs. No, everyone forgets that the Raiders beat the Chiefs. I don't know, man. There's an extra playoff spot this year. I think the Raiders and the Browns both make the playoffs as wild cards. The Raiders will come in behind the Chiefs. The Browns come in behind the Steelers. Maybe the Browns, Ravens, and Steelers all make the playoffs. I'll get to the Ravens later. Them losing makes me so happy. Chargers lose another one-score game. At least they're not getting blown out. I mean, Tua isn't looking incredible. One, he's not turning the ball over. That's like the most important thing you can do in the NFL is just not turn the ball over. And they've got a good defense, so having a good defense, not turning the ball over, they're winning games. They're not destroying teams. They beat the Chargers by 8. The Chargers only lose one-score games. I saw an interesting stat that there's only 3 teams in the NFL that haven't lost by more than one score. It was the Steelers, obviously, haven't lost a game. The Chiefs only lost by a couple points to the Raiders. And the 2-7 Chargers have not lost a game by more than one score. That is nuts. Even the freaking Buccaneers got blown out by the Saints. It's so baffling that the Chargers, every game is a one-score game and they're 2-7. Man, they've been like this for years, but just seeing this is heartbreaking. My buddy Chris is a huge Chargers fan, so it's just hilarious to me. I can't imagine being on the wrong side of 7 games in a row where you're within striking distance, you know? Nuts. The Cardinals Hail Mary the Bills, and I'm not just talking about the Buffalo Bills. I'm talking about Bill O'Brien, former coach / GM / owner / I don't know. He's the Jackie Moon of the Texans, trading away DeAndre Hopkins for peanuts. And then DeAndre Hopkins come out with the biggest FU tour ever. He's second in the league in receiving yards, up there in touchdowns, destroying people, and then comes down over 4 Bills with the Hail Mary. That is insane. That's Calvin Johnson stuff right there. Calvin Johnson's Randy Mossing people. That was nuts. That was insane. The Bills, I picked them to win that game. They should have won that game. I mean, what's the percentage on a Hail Mary? It's probably like less than 1% of Hail Marys actually work. But, I mean, the Cardinals did everything right. Throw it to the best receiver in the game, one of the best receivers in the game, and see what happens. And it happened. I still believe in the Bills. They had to fly all the way to Arizona, Buffalo to Arizona. Long flight. You know, we can say that. They had a couple turnovers. They should have blown the shit out of them. They'll bounce back. They'll still win the East. Steelers coming up in a couple weeks. Game's going to be insane. Kerwin and I are going to FaceTime for sure during that game. Rams seem legit. Russell Wilson, man, the Seahawks are falling apart because Russell Wilson has to do too much. It's kind of like when Nick Chubb was out for a couple weeks in Cleveland, Baker had to do too much and he started sucking, especially that game against the Steelers. Russell, he can't do it all the time. And he has done it all in their wins. He has done it all, and they've won the games. But in their losses, he's tried to do it all and not been successful. And you look at Jalen Ramsey shut down DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 28 yards, I think. Insane. Best man cover corner probably in the game right now. You know, you don't see stuff like that. You don't see corners putting out games like that anymore because everyone runs these zones and does these different things. No one mans down the best receiver anymore. Last time I remember something like this happening, I think the Seahawks and the Steelers played a few years ago. This is a while ago. Antonio Brown, I was excited because Antonio Brown's going up against Richard Sherman, and I was like, this is how we're going to know Antonio Brown's the best, when he's going to dominate Richard Sherman. And Richard Sherman held him to like 2 catches for like 15 yards. Like, it was insane. I haven't seen a performance like that since the Seahawks dominated Antonio Brown. That was nuts. Rams are actually looking good. The NFC West is so good. Like, if you have a healthy 49ers team, all 4 of those teams could make the playoffs. With the expanded 7-team playoff on each side, a healthy 49ers team would for sure make the playoffs. You got the Seahawks, the Rams, the Cardinals. The 49ers, they're falling apart because of injuries, but they got 3 teams that are 6 wins. Yeah, I think so. 3 teams with 6 wins. Nuts. They're playing tough schedules, too. They're playing the Bills. They're all playing the Bills. They're all playing each other twice. That's nuts, man. Next off, let me say thank you, Patriots. The Patriots knocked down the Ravens a little bit more. What are the Patriots, man? I don't know what is happening. They are good one week. They barely beat the Jets one week. They beat the Ravens handily. Not handily, but like they dominated the game. And then, like, Lamar Jackson's going down for the game-winning drive, and all of a sudden it starts pissing rain, like Noah's Ark level rain, come out of nowhere to stop the Ravens drive. Like, that's some evil stuff right there. Doing some rain dance, do some all that stuff. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Patriots, knocking the Ravens down. We are 3 games ahead of the Ravens in the AFC North. Everyone, all the Steelers beat writers I follow, everyone was like, oh, we're so close to winning the AFC North. And we have a chance to go undefeated. Like, why are you just looking at the AFC North? We have a chance to go undefeated. For sure get, like, the number 1 seed. We have a legit chance of the number 1 seed. I mean, I want to go to the Super Bowl. I want every game to go through Pittsburgh until the Super Bowl. Thank you, Patriots. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you, Patriots. Getting it done. And last but not least, Monday Night Football. The Bears have the worst offense of all time. I'm pretty sure that a freaking, I don't know, Alabama team could go out there and have a better offense than Clemson. I don't know, someone. They have a better offense than the Bears. It's so bland. It's so dry. The only reason that it was a 1-score game was because Cordell Patterson had a sick kick return where they left it on Skycam, and then he took it all the way back, and they just followed him. I love those. But, man, the Bears, that's such a great defense going to waste. Such a great defense. All you need is an above-average offense to, like, have a legit shot at the Super Bowl. We see that with the Steelers. Great defense and just not a great offense, but slightly above-average offense with a decent quarterback. They got to do something this year. I don't know what quarterbacks are free agents, or I don't know if the Bears even have a draft pick because they gave up the world for Mitch Trubisky and Khalil Mack a couple years ago, so I don't know what their draft stock looks like. It's got to be something else, man. It's got to be something else. Nick Foles is terrible. Trubisky's terrible. Tyler Bray comes out. I mean, he's not going to do anything. Obviously, he's a third-string quarterback. The Bears need to figure it out. The Bears are like I love clam chowder. And I got some Campbell's chunky clam chowder in a can, thinking it was going to be good. And then it was like the most bland, disgusting thing ever. There was like no salt in it. And I was like, as I was watching that Monday Night Football game, I was like, this is the Bears. My bland clam chowder in a can, disgusting, not fresh, chewy clams, hard potatoes. Ugh. That's the Bears offense. The Bears offense is so embarrassing to watch. And they're so good, too. The defense is so good. I'm so sad. I keep picking them to win games, and they've lost 4 in a row, I think. They started 5-1, and now they're 5-5. That's insane. Ah, man. That was week 10. I didn't go over all the games. I think Green Bay, Jacksonville I left out because whatever. Lions, Washington football team, whatever. No one cares. Ah, man. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to keep putting out more videos. If I don't have time for videos, I'll shoot up a blog real quick. Just get a little Sunday preview. But I appreciate you guys reading the blogs. I appreciate you watching my videos. Love always, and remember, Iowa sucks.